What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and the haters of this particular mega fight. Now, this video is by special request. I heard that there are certain channels that are attempting or speaking about boycotting this mega fight between the two champions, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And this is my counterpunch on that, okay? First off, to educate you, I was told that Fanon was speaking about boycotting this fight. Now, I didn't hear it myself at first until I had to do some investigation and heard it myself, because I wasn't going to speak on it until I heard someone say something about it. Okay? And these channels, Fanon, I think 78 Sports TV, but I'm not sure about him because I didn't really check him out. Now, it's something I'm going to counter on 78 Sports TV as soon as I hear his video. I haven't heard it yet, so I can't speak on it. And this is the problem. Their belief, their desire is for Deontay Wilder, their champion, since they're fans of Deontay Wilder, the former WBC heavyweight champion. And I say it like that because he's no longer the champion. He was beaten 2020, February 22nd. He was beaten up. There wasn't really a resistance. You know, if you call just getting the piss beat out of you a resistance, that's not a resistance. That's just somebody taking unnecessary punishment, which that's why his trainer at the time stopped it. Okay, that's all that is. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, that doesn't stop you from being fans of Deontay Wilder. It doesn't supposed to. You're supposed to ride with your fighter from thick to thin, thick and thin. But don't be delusional about it. Don't make any false claims that, oh, this is that, this and that. But, you know, people do what they want. He's supposed to have fans that ride or die with him. But don't lie on the man. And don't lie for the man. Okay? If he had anything to do with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, by this point, Anthony Joshua and his team should know about it. Okay? That means that Tyson Fury, Bob Arum, Frank Warren, they should have notified us about a possible snag in having and making a super fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. That's only fair. And there should be some recognition for Shelly Finkel. Okay? There should be some recognition from JD's, which is also the manager of Deontay Wilder. There should be some type of recognition from those guys that speak on the behalf of their fighter, Deontay Wilder, that, hey, we have a hold on this particular fight from happening. Why? Because we have a petition and have a contract signed for our own damn fight, for the third fight. That's how it should be. Has any of that shit happened? No. None of that's happened. None of that's been said. You don't make a quiet claim. That doesn't work. If you have a right by documentation, you have a right for that fight not happening because you have your own paper that proves you have a fight coming. If you don't have that, shut up. If that's not happening, if that piece of paper doesn't mean what it used to mean, let's stop. So, backstory to complete it, that's their belief. And the belief of Fanon saying, oh, well, if it does happen, see, we're going to boycott it. Okay, that's where I have a problem. Why the fuck would you boycott a fight with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury? That is the utmost worst example of pettiness that I've ever saw in my life. You're a boxing channel, going on your fucking platform and trying to convince people not to buy Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Let's look at it like this. For all the people that think Tyson Fury cheated Deontay Wilder, Wouldn't you want to see that man get caught or get busted? That would bring you so much joy as a person that believes the glove game. Right? That should give you so much joy. Like, I know Cotto fans were so happy. They cried tears of joy when Margarito ass got busted because they knew. But it was only a small group of people that knew because they didn't make a fuss about it because they knew they had no case. They did not catch him red-handed despite what the fucking picture looked like. That's what red-handed means. Red-handed means, hey, they caught you in the act. They didn't catch Tyson Fury in the act. If they'd have caught him in the act, we wouldn't be looking at possible or negotiations with Anthony Joshua. And no, that wouldn't have happened anyway. He would have been thrown under the bus. He would have been probably kicked out of the sport of boxing. And then to this day, his ass would have been suspended. Pending a criminal investigation. That's what it would have been. And if that would have happened, wow, right? We would all been talking about that. I would have definitely counterpunched it. Because I would have been one of the angry few like, yo, you dirty motherfucker. Why would you ever cheat? You had to cheat the man? You see what I'm saying? But it wasn't that way. So let's not be delusional about that. But back to this boycotting shit. I'm not done with that. You want to boycott the sport. You want to stop the progression of the sport in the heavyweight division because your fighter lost. That's sad. That's sad. That's the saddest fucking thing that I ever heard, really. You know, that comes out. You guys are going to try to boycott like this is like fucking sitting on the back of the bus or something. No, it's not. If anything, you should want Anthony Joshua to avenge the loss for his brother, Deontay Wilder. Am I right or am I wrong? What the hell is going on? What's going on with this? It doesn't make sense. But no, you want to stop all action because your fighter, who still doesn't have an opponent to fight, mind you, can't get over the fucking phobia or can't nail it in his mind that he lost. He hasn't even got another fight yet. I haven't heard Deontay Wilder talk about anything as a fighting. We heard him say who he'd like to fight. He ain't fighting Andy Ruiz, we know that. Because Andy Ruiz he's fighting Chris Arreola. Fair play, a guy that Deontay Wilder already beat. Fair play. Dillian White has perfected, so he ain't fighting Dillian White. He ain't fighting Joshua because Joshua, of course, is fighting Tyson Fury. So who's left? I don't want to hear no fucking Luis Ortiz 3 again. I don't want to hear that. So what is he doing with his career? And see, for all we know, here's the problem. How do we know, based on what then already happened with the rumors and all this, and then all of a sudden, oh, I agree with it. So were you the mastermind behind it? That's the number one question mark. Did he believe this? Because people want you to believe that Wilder thought this the whole time. We don't know if he did or not. He might have just been listening to them because they're trying to cover up for him. He might have not been that smart to think of no bullshit like that. Right? Or clever. So how do we know that the boycott ain't coming from Wilder? If that's the case, for the people that believe that Deontay Wilder thought that from the jump, like, yo, it was the suit, yo, it was the spiked water, yo, his gloves was fucked up, yo, I believe that. Let me tell Blue Blood tell 78 tell Fanon tell Boxing Ego, you tell Aki, you know, the apprentice of Dante, and all these motherfuckers, y'all do that. Let it spread the word to all my fans that Tyson Fury cheated me. Spread it. All right? Right? So, that's how that goes. Or that's how people think it went. So, if that's the case, maybe Deontay Wilder's hating on the whole idea of these guys making a new pact, or his old dancing partner, which is Tyson Fury, getting another dancing partner with Anthony Joshua for a lucrative hundreds of $1 million paydays. But you got to think of it. If you're bent, butt hurt, depressed, living in less, borrowed down in stress, claiming you're blessed, you would do the same shit. Think about it. Why shouldn't Wilder try to hate on this fight? He didn't get his third fight. He didn't make nowhere near the money that those guys are gonna make, and you know that word that bothers him. You know that bothers Wilder for seeing those dudes. Think about it. Bitch, you supposed to be fighting me for a third fight for fractions on the dollar of the money that you're gonna make with Anthony Joshua. And that's the money that you admitted, or I admitted to everybody really, that I should have picked instead of you, and I want to be happy for you. Bullshit. I want you and your fucking bodybuilding ass countryman to go to hell. And I don't want you to fight for shit. So yeah, maybe he's doing that because he has the voice of all the ignorant, dumb, casual morons that follow those channels. Some of them have sense because some of them come on my channel and they see the light. They get the truth. Okay? So it's not all of them, but most of these motherfuckers are delusional. They are. So maybe Deontay Wilder has convinced his channel or his minions to spread boycott because he doesn't like the idea of success and progression in the heavyweight division. But doing that is going to pay a price, because if you're shitting on that fight, right, you're shitting on yourself because you're shitting on the progression of your division. But it just shows you what true envy is. That's envy. That's not jealousy. He ain't had shit. He's envying the person because he wants what someone else has, what he could have had. But that's his mistake at the end of the day. I'm sorry that Wilder made the wrong decision. I told you motherfuckers then he made a wrong decision. He made a very bad decision by turning down that money from fighting Joshua. He didn't even have to fuck with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury didn't even have anything to offer. In fact, if Deontay Wilder did not believe in the Ring Magazine or the lineal bullshit, why did he fuck with Tyson Fury? So he told on himself right then. Oh, I fucked with him because what? I thought he was an easy peasy. I thought he was easy pickums. I thought he was another cherry pick. I thought it was like all those challenges that my manager concocted and constructed and positioned for me to knock the fuck out. He thought Tyson Fury was that dude, and he proved that he wasn't that dude. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of this possible boycott of Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe, leave your comments below, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.